With controversy and more, this is Pro Wrestling Central. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. When it comes to Road Dogg showing up at TNA after rumors of him being brought into the company, Ringside News writes, Road Dogg may be walking right into the middle of TNA's backstage shakeup, as he's expected to be there for TNA SLAMMIVERSARY. According to PW Insider, Brian Road Dogg James is expected to be at TNA SLAMMIVERSARY this Sunday. TNA is trying to keep it quiet, but word is already making the rounds that he could be coming in. At first, James was pitched as a producer, but with Tommy Dreamer now gone as head of creative, some believe Road Dogg could end up in the creative mix instead. That would be a pretty interesting move, especially with TNA already shifting things around. Delirious and Eric Tompkins are expected to work closely on creative after Dreamer's exit, but Road Dogg showing up at Slammiversary will only make people wonder if another WWE name is joining the room. There is also the WWE TNA connection to think about. One source noted Road Dogg has a close relationship with Johnny Russo, NXT's head writer, which could help the ongoing NXT TNA relationship if James comes aboard. This comes after Dave Meltzer noted that someone in WWE had a pretty positive read on what Road Dogg could bring to TNA. The source described him as a fundamentals first booker and said his energy with talent could help the product. One person in WWE noted to me that James was a very fundamental style booker, which would do that product a lot of good. He's enthusiastic when he deals with talent, which is also a positive. Bottom line, Road Dogg may not be officially replacing Tommy Dreamer, but his name is clearly not going away. If he shows up at Slammiversary, the talk about him joining TNA's backstage team is only going to get louder. As Mike Santana's deal with TNA runs through sometime in July, he discussed his future, telling Celebrate Wrestling, "I'm thankful for the opportunity that TNA gave me over the last 2 years, as far as being able to reinvent myself and rebuild myself. Just looking back on these last 2 years, I've been able to accomplish a lot of things and do a lot of great things. I don't take it for granted. Being a part of why the company is where we're at today and having this new TV deal and all this stuff, and just being on the forefront of that feels great. As far as the future goes, man, I'm the type of person who believes that growth is part of my life. I feel like if there's an opportunity for me to grow, then that's what I'm going to do, whether it's at TNA or anywhere. For me, if you're not growing in this business, then what are you doing? If you're not trying to progress in this business, then what are we doing? At the end of the day, I need to show my daughter that there are levels. There are levels to this. Also, my dad used to always say, the top of one mountain is the bottom of another, right? So keep climbing, keep climbing." Asked what it was like to work with WWE's head of creative Triple H, Goldberg told Going Ringside, "It was different at the time because he and I couldn't stand each other, really. We were both represented by the same agent and we had a confrontation prior to me going to WWE. Then, oh, by the way, he was married to Vince McMahon's daughter, so it was kind of like me walking into an unwinnable situation. But I think business prevailed, and truthfully, at the end of the day, he's a good guy." With TNA Wrestling's parent company looking at a potential sale of the promotion, Dave Meltzer discussed the possibility of WWE being the buyer, noting on Wrestling Observer Radio, "Look, TNA's lost a lot of money, and I guess the Aspers, they want a way to sell it and make their money back. I mean, that's basically it, and WWE can get it anytime they want it, but maybe they don't want to. I don't know." WWE doesn't. Again, they usually don't spend a lot of money to buy companies, and a lot of these companies, look, they spent nothing to buy WCW. AAA, they had the company in Mexico. Philippe, that company there spent most of the money, and WWE just they didn't spend as much as people think to get that AAA. It was another company that spent the money, and again, they can get TNA, but I don't expect them to pay big money to get TNA, and maybe they want to sell. I'm not sure exactly the way that contract works out. I don't know if they could sell to anyone other than WWE. WWE would certainly have the right of first refusal on a deal, so there's a lot of interesting things going around. Confirming that he asked for his release from TNA Wrestling, Steve Maclin said this on Boots to Boots. "I did. It was granted. I asked for a week prior before our show, and it was something I had been wanting for a while, and you know that, but it was just trying to keep calm about it and being professional about it and trying to make things work creatively to see if things can happen, and just, it wasn't happening. Once you hit my pocket and our family, that's when you're cutting dates on pay, that's where it hurts. And it's just I can't do that when other people are getting paid to go work elsewhere while still getting paid by the company, whether it's full payment or not. They're still doing that, and I'm making this company a priority. Why is that not? That's a problem to me. For me, as somebody who was on a per day contract and not on salary, was a hard pill to swallow for me, just because I'm here I am committing to you and giving you every bit of me going out there and just delivering the best that I can, and I felt we did that in the end with me and Mike Santana. TNA President Carlos Silva was nice enough to graciously grant me my release when I asked for it. Tried to make some changes, but just no, there's no going back now. It's I've made this decision and you know how I am. Once I put my foot down and I close a door to something, it's gone. We're done. We're moving on to the next thing. And I tried to fight for so long. Again, to Carlos, he was so good through the process. We ended on good terms. He was a man of his word too. So it's you respect a person for that more than anything. Since Tommy Dreamer's departure from TNA Wrestling, he has been called out by his peers. Independent wrestler Kennedy Hardcastle said this: "Hold up, are we sharing our Tommy Dreamer stories? Because one time I told him I really wanted to take a cane shot in a match, and he told me he doesn't do that with women, so instead we did a spanking spot because women, am I right?" Now, another wrestler, Danny Jordan, has said this: "I've been waiting for this. One time, Tommy Dreamer insisted on doing a crotch grab spot to me in a tag match he was a fill-in for. This had no place in our storyline, but he didn't care to ask. I did not want to do this. Said how uncomfortable I was, but I'm just woman, right?" Previously, Mickie James defended Dreamer from a referee claiming Tommy was attempting to blackball him. That referee, Dan Perch, said this: "Tommy Dreamer pulled me aside backstage at a TNA show, telling me he would do everything he could to make sure I don't earn a job in the wrestling business. All I did was try to learn and grow from experiences," though his words were very discouraging for a young student to hear. Another wrestler, Carly Bravo, said this: "He told me I was very talented, but couldn't hire me because he didn't know if he could market cocky black guy to the world. Needless to say, I'm on top of the game and never changed one bit." Now, Michael Elgin has defended Tommy, writing, "I can't speak on what some are claiming Dreamer said to them. All I can say is I have never personally seen Dreamer been anything but helpful to talent. He was also very supportive of me when the issues with TNA arose, but he wasn't in a top role then." During a WWE live event, Liv Morgan appeared to hurt her ankle or foot in a match with Sol Ruca, Lyra Valkyria, and Io Sky. Here's the footage. Ringside News added, speaking on Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez said the spot may not have been as bad as it looked. Meltzer noted that while people first thought Soul landed on Liv's knee, it appeared to be closer to the foot. He also pointed out that the referee checked on Liv and gave the signal that she was okay. The referee did raise the one fist, which signals that Liv was okay. Meltzer added that Liv was still favoring it a bit, but she finished the match and completed her spots. She was limping a little. Sol RUCA is on the receiving end of backlash from users online due to her involvement in the match, as she has responded by setting her X account to private and blacking out her profile. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.